means to survive, or like, you know what I'm saying, I'm rapping to get, I'm trying to get to the money.
Right.
I think that works. I think saying, okay, let me just find my pocket, build my core audience. I don't need to be the biggest. I just need to, you know what I'm saying? If I can make 10,000 a month on streaming, I'm doing amazing, right? I think that works for artists who necessarily don't really have a real didn't wake up in the morning with dreams of being, you know what I mean, the next Tupac. Like, but I think the artists who are really fans of the art form first and really have a love for it and really are creative, I think they naturally want to touch as many people as possible. And I think when it doesn't start to work for you financially, I think they end up in that default position to where, which is not a bad position. I'm just saying, as a dreamer, there is no basketball player that's been playing basketball his whole life to say, okay, the going overseas is, NBA is cool, but going over the seas is cool too. No, they going for the NBA, and then overseas become cool when the NBA is not even an option no more. I think it's the same way with rap music. I think sometimes we look at the money part of it and then we forget that no, these artists really like set a goal at one time in their life to be the biggest artist in the world. Like, we watch Michael Jackson, what he did. We see what the Chris Browns of the world are doing. We see what the Drakes of the world are doing. You get to our age and you like, shit, man, that's just, you want some consistent money over time, and I know you want to, you know what I'm saying, shoot for the stars, but this ain't what these niggas doing over here, ain't that? It's not. But I think at your core, like when you first pick up that microphone and you first get in the studio, you like, man, I want to be the biggest. That's what it's about. I want to be the biggest ever. So it's hard to like convince somebody to not touch as many people as they want. You know what I'm saying?
Or if your region is doing better than the region, the other region, say for instance, like a person in Atlanta is watching 21 come up out the hood and do what he do, right, and then watching Baby come up out the hood and Thug and Gunna, and watching these dudes come back to back, it becomes more of a reality. I think also when you in the Bay, you might be thinking of a different route off top because the people around you aren't doing it like that. And I also think that we don't get highlighted for the things we do have. Like Young Coney, I think he's from SAC, but like he got gold record. Leaky Bow, gold record. My man from Antioch, Mike Sherm, gold record. You know, all of these people have this success, but it's not highlighted. Like, we don't even get the coverage. Like, you'll have academics speaking on it, but if somebody out here drops and sells 100,000 in a week, he not gonna post that, is this a W or a L? Right. Because that artist may not be as popular as somebody else. You see what I'm saying? He's an East Coast-based platform. That's where people like me, you, the new media, fucking Thizzler, anybody that's in this that knows or have any knowledge have to start covering that stuff too. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Because the people will never know. Right. So we don't really know what's popping. You can have somebody like, I'll be finding out all the time records that I would think was hidden ain't even gold. Right. Like, you can look back at a couple Glorilla records to be like, wait, this ain't. You look at a couple big art like, wait, this shit ain't. And then you say, wait, these dudes got, you know what I mean? So it's starting not to make sense.
You think that got something to do with paid promotion?
Sometimes, yes.
You know, because you throw somebody on academics page or stuff, you cash him out.
But it's him.
And now it looks like you. It's no such.
You could tell the difference between those posts.
Right.
So you could tell the difference between, because some of it he's not posting for the people. Right. Sometimes he's posting Lil TJ. If Lil TJ sells 5,000, he's posting it because it's a joke. Right. Like, is this a W or L for TJ? And you know people gonna say, and I'm just using Lil TJ. I don't know that he ever sold 5,000. I don't want nobody to see this and be like, he does. I'm just using him because I know he's an East Coast artist. But let's just say whoever. If he does that, then it's meant to be funny. It's not meant to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you'll have to pay him not to post it. Right. You know? skipping subjects or just moving right along. I wanted to ask you and talk about these. We are at the age where we could be grandparents, and some people are grandparents, right? And I remember Granny with the moo right? My grandmothers, and I remember go jump in their bed. They might cut you up some apples,
Right.
give you some
Right.
butterscotch, some nasty all that red candy. You know, they used to have a mix, so you dig through it with the one candy with the caramel layer, the coconut, and the strawberry. What was that candy called? Napoleon? That shit was made like Napoleon ice cream.
Is it pronounced Napoleon or Neapolitan? What is it?
I don't know. I ain't seen
Y'all
that
help
shit
us
in
out,
so
man.
long. I don't even remember. I need to go back and look at it.
I used to trip. When I used to buy that ice cream, I used to be like, if I'm just gonna pick the
Yeah, I
eat the
need to
strawberry
pick one.
side, if I'm just gonna eat the strawberry side, why I just didn't buy
Niggas going
strawberry
around
ice
the
cream?
chocolate. Listen.
Like,
So I always felt like that ice cream was for us when we was broke. Like when you have the hot dog party at the house, and then like
that big ass tub.
you don't
know
got to
what I'm
buy 3 ice creams for the kids who want to select. Like, which one you like? The boy just got a little chocolate on it.
saying?
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
it used to come in that big clear
Oh,
tub.
that big clear tub was cold.
But go back now, you go back and get that ice cream now, it was actually the worst ice cream.
Oh,
you
that
could
shit was
possibly
terrible.
we used to kill.
Probably tastes like a baseball glove.
Oh shit.
But I was thinking about it, and I was like, do grannies exist now? And I mean grandma, like I said, cut you up some fruit, make sure you eat. Because like if my grandmother would have twerked
Right.
in that moo, I'd have walked in there, and I don't know what I would have, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
my grandmother didn't want promiscuous women to use her bathroom.
She was
That's
old,
how-
she was old school. I think things have just evolved. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think shit just evolved because to be honest with you, men ain't really doing the same shit, you know what I'm saying, your grandfather did either no more. You know what I'm saying?
I think they do though, Blends.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why. Men aren't complicated. Like there's there's always been street niggas.
Right.
There's always been drug dealers. There's always been pimps. There's always been. But most men go to work every day.
Right. But what I'm saying is, your grandfather could fix everything. He knew how to do everything. He can fucking probably wire the house, do the plumbing, do all the landscaping, and go to. He just knew there was like he was locked in. He knew how to fix the car when the brakes need changing. He knew. But nowadays, it has evolved to where we got this thing called roadside service. If motherfucker get a flat tire, you call a roadside service and they come. And so it's things just evolve over time. I think, you know, and I don't think if we're talking about preference. That's a different conversation. But if we're talking about looking at trying to compare today, because that's the thing, it's totally different. I wondered the same thing. I remember back when I was growing up, bro, like my mom didn't, and I don't even know, I had to ask her, but I don't know if it was a resource thing or what it was, but I remember she didn't take a whole lot of she took vacations, we was with her. You know, she didn't do a lot. They didn't even go to the clubs a lot. What they did was they held these kickbacks all the time.
Right,
we was
all
grown
the
up.
time.
We was stuck in the room. We couldn't come out. I
It
smelled
was like the opening
it.
scene from Menace to Society.
Right. I smelled the incense burning. That's how I knew they must have. Now thinking back,
they
they was in there
smoking the
trying to
weed.
smoke some trees,
Yeah,
and they didn't
yeah.
want nobody. Hope it was trees.
Had the beads on the door.
Right. Had the beads on, and they was trying to mask the smell. And before the party started, we got this long speech how we wasn't supposed to come out the room. Mm-hmm. But the more tipsy they got, you could kind of creep out that room a little bit. You go out and
Might
for a
be
minute.
able to grab their cup.
Might be able to grab some, or it might have been some fire hors d'oeuvres or something in there they had that we could. So you go grab some deviled eggs or something, but you had to go back.
You had to go back.
But you could come out that room. But so now, I noticed that we are our parents' age now, and I start to notice that And maybe it's just social media. Maybe that's the difference. So they didn't have social media, so we didn't know what everybody was doing. But it just seemed like we vacation more. Kids kind of doing their own thing more. It's people out hanging out that got kids every weekend.
I want to rewind it, and that was, looking back when I'm thinking about it as you talking, I'm thinking the evolution had to start with like 2 Live Crew, right?
No.
Then Lil Kim,
No.
right? Because there was always
No, you missing it, right?
What?
The evolution started with the access to information. The evolution started now we can see it.
No. You talking about later though, but I'm thinking about prior to the internet. Like, what was people doing in 1996? They was going to Freaknik. And when I looked at the documentary, what Freaknik started as, it started and got the name from the song, Freak Out. Like, it had nothing to do with freaking. Right? And as it evolved, I think people coming from out of town, just like, Freaknik, it's going to be women there. It's going to be around the 94 to 96, 97 era, it turned into some freaky shit, right? So, but I'm saying that to say, what is the first thing with information, right? What's the first information we actually got? Like, before that, Pop's got a Playboy, you sneak it out, try to hide it, look at it, put it back. It's something like that. You Cinemax, the thing, blurring, you trying to look at a titty through the...
Right.
But when it hit the music, right, it was already Too Short saying it, but when the women said it about themselves, I don't want dick tonight. Eat my pussy right. That changed the game, brother. Because it's the women saying it about themselves. We didn't say it a lot. We didn't did a lot.
Right.
And while you were saying all of what you were saying, I was like, that is true. The only thing that I would say to that is women never lost the example. Men did. We lost our example way before the women because it was by design, right? It was, we were being attacked. Give them the welfare. The man got to get out the house. We know how that story went.
Right.
So we lost our role models in the 80s.
Right.
When crack came, the grandfather was the last dude. You'd be like, Grandpa, don't play that shit. But the dad could be, you had every now and then, you either had a dude with no dad, a super strict dad, or, I go to my dad's house on the weekends or whatever. But it really wasn't really that family structure, right? So this ain't the women's fault by no means. Don't take what I'm saying. It's the system that did this to us.
But this system, bro, this was a hell of a design.
Oh, a master plan.
I think it worked. We always had these conversations. Even if you go back to slavery, I always feel like the mental stuff extended way further than the scars, the whip, all that, the mental, the post traumatic.
I want to get back to that, but I don't want to lose this point. When you watch some footage from 94, 95, 96, think about the build even of the women that we thought were beautiful. We looked at somebody, Eve had a TV show, and this was in the 2000s.
Right.
They were skinny.
Yeah.
No, bro, go back and say all the women we thought was bad and thick.
Yeah, but you're not.
Even the ones we said was thick. Bro, they was slim as shit. Now we kind of got obesity, and then you get the surgery because your stomach is gonna reflect what the rest of your body is going through, right?
Right.
So when you get the stomach took out, that's just gone, but the rest of your body is reflecting obesity, right? So, but we've been programmed to think that, God damn, that's just thick.
But when you go back, and it'd be a trip when you go back and look now. Even she could have been the coldest back then, but if you go back and look today at some old, even if you go back and look at some old Aaliyah videos or something, one of the coldest, you'd be like, damn, they was tiny. Little. You know what I'm saying? They was little.
Shit. Bro, I'm talking about it almost you feel guilty. Was I supposed to be grabbing on a little ass woman like that?
Going back and looking back now make R. Kelly seem 10 times worse.
Yeah, this little ass kid. You know what I'm saying? But that was the average size. When you go back and look at Gina and Pam, when you go back and look at the icons, TLC, and people, they was slim. Right? Okay, so when you were saying all that, it made me think about losing the example because women still had moms and grandmas around for a while because they are the ones who held us down. Though the matriarchs are the ones who held the black community down. Period. Point blank. Dudes going to jail. Dudes doing wild shit. Moms and grandmas and aunties and all that been holding us down, right? But the reason I even pose that question because I just want to know: do we still have them? You know what I'm saying? Is that
we definitely still have them, but it's just it's.
Did they get older?
We definitely still have
because 40 something was old as shit back in the day. So are they 60 now?
It's evolved into something. No, grandmothers are actually younger, but I think too.
Bernice Burgos is a grandma. And put her next to your grandma. Just real quick, just in your mind. Put Bernice Burgos next to your grandma. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Things evolve.
Evelyn Lozada is probably gonna be a great grandma.
There's somebody grandma back in the day that was a porn star.
I don't remember her.
So you
I've
so
never
you don't
seen
hold on.
Before 2000.
Hold on. So you don't think no porn stars had kids? You don't think no models had kids?
No, I do, but
so that's what I'm saying. Everybody, it's just
there was only like Pam Grier, bro. It was only like one. It was only like one older chick.
But rap, this is what you're not getting about the world evolving, my nigga. You're not getting this is what because everything.
Claire Huxtable was your age right now. She was bad, but she was old as shit.
But everything has evolved, so you only had access to so much. You only had access to what was around you. You didn't have access to. It wasn't as we didn't have social media where you could go see a million black faces. You had to catch. You could count on one hand the TV shows we had.
Those people that I'm talking about now, that's not grannies, they in my face now. So back then, I still knew people, and no grandmas was fine. Nobody grandma was fine.
Let me tell you something. If I don't know what Bernice got going on, but if the grandmas that if they would our grandmas. If they would have had the access and the resources to go to Dr. Miami, they didn't have the access and the resources. That wasn't a thing back then. It is. That wasn't a thing, right? I'm telling you.
Because some of them not even having
you don't
surgery.
think you mean to tell
some
me
of them natural.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me?
Chili ain't having surgery.
Yes, yeah, you can't. But when you get to grandma stage, that's about having kids young. When you get to grandma stage, rap, you can't defy. Like time, like Mother Nature is Mother Nature. You can't like.
I'm gonna tell you why that's
when you
bullshit,
start to lose. When you start to lose gravity, you start to lose gravity. The only thing that's gonna help you is surgery.
What you saying is bullshit.
How?
George Jefferson was younger than you on that show.
What? No, he wasn't. Nigga.
What?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out.
Nate Thurman, 28 right here.
I'm like, go to the picture.
Oh, that's sick. Ain't no
Nate
way.
Thurman.
Ain't no way.
Let me see Nate Thurman.
Man, ain't no way.
Now look at Draymond and look at Nate Thurman, bro.
Ain't no way.
Come on.
Listen. Ain't no way he 28 right there.
I remember my
ain't
dad.
No way he 28
I
right
remember
there.
my dad and them at 40, bro. They was scandalous. Like,
But if he would have, if Nate Thurman would have let the hair, if he would have let the hair go and just went straight ball, he don't look as old as he look right there.
he wouldn't have looked like white.
Bro, hold up. If somebody, George Jefferson was not.
He was your
in his 30s on the Jefferson.
He was your age.
And it's no way his wife. That would mean his wife was younger than him.
Weezy was young, bro.
I know.
Weezy was young.
Man,
how old you think? You know how old Florida Evans was on that?
No. Forget. No, how old was on Good Times?
That's what I said. Florida Evans.
No, not Florida Evans. The daughter.
Thelma.
How old was Thelma on Good Times?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't
know. I want to know, but
Thelma was not 18, bro. Thelma was in her late 20s for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about while she was playing the role?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think she was the age they said she was. I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I just think there's more right now. It's more access to information. It's more. 21. In real life, she was 21.
See. That's what I'm saying. Humans have evolved, bro. Like grandmas don't exist because life is not allowing them to be that.
Well, but also hip hop
clothes is not allowing them to be that.
But also hip hop culture.
They do not make them slacks and them little hush puppies your grandma used to wear no more.
But hip hop culture has evolved as well because you got to realize hip hop culture plays a part in that. because you gotta realize what the
Oh, absolutely.
the type of music that they was listening to. All them dudes already dressed old.
What they were saying to him was,
they was
my
old.
sweet baby, won't you lay down?
So now, fast forward, hip hop comes into play, and now it's only 51, 2 years old. So now, this the first go round with a lot of stuff. We've now seen it, and so hip hop has helped extend people's youth even further and further and further and further. By the time you hit your 40s, like us, by the time you hit your 40s, you was already wearing hard bottoms with sweatpants.
Way
By
before
that time, you wasn't even.
You was wearing hard bottoms to Vintage Inn and to the sports page.
Niggas, what? We in our 40s, nigga. You got we got dunks, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different.
Somebody got said.
It's just different time. They been wearing. They was every day. They was just going outside. They was playing basketball in slacks.
Shit. You niggas run the IG for inspiration, cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle, run these bitches then we pick replacements. About my money, niggas more concerned with getting famous and putting fake jewelry on layaway and missing payments. Hopping out of foreigns with a lot of miles, trying to fool these bitches think they don't know they body styles, like they don't know that niggas really having money. Not as loud, you could look rich and be underwater like a crocodile, about to drown. Nigga, get your priorities straight, a little too old to make them sort of mistakes. And on girl with you, the only thing she had is more to your plate.